Hello gamers! Today a video on the IS-32 while I'm on my small break, which I'm coming back from December 1st in the evening. I'm going to be playing the IS-32 here. A mighty tank, in my opinion. Really good, really solid. Good speed, pretty good turret. Gun is fine as well, in my opinion. It's really the highlight of the line in my humblest of opinion. This tank is just so good, so fun to play. Of course, AP and APCR, the decision is easy. Of course, so you don't need 70 APCR shells. But yeah, we got Westfield Encounter, which is actually really good for us because that means that everybody spawns up, which means a bit more of a farm for us. And since we're fast, we don't have gun depression to peek this nor this. We peek in between here. What this allows us to do when we peek in between here, allows us to punish somebody crossing, allows us to punish the guy that goes here very early on as well. It's just all in all a good position. It also allows us, which is an important fact that we talked about in previous videos as well, it allows us to push A3 if possible. But they do have a Lorraine being smart and taking the A3 hole, which kind of counters us from doing that. He's also going to be countering my position, which is the bigger issue actually, if we think about it. Since he fired, I'm going to peek and see if there's somebody else behind him. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it does look like it actually. No, I can't double him. In general, I don't really double on this tank or feel that doubling is a wise decision. Another thing, of course, is that you don't, in general, fire both your shots unless you're sure that you're gonna be. I could have clicked there actually. I had to shoot for the turret ring there against the lava. Not working out. Because of them being here, I might actually try and peek this once. They have double cap pressure, which could be double barrage. I have to be really careful about this. I'm actually gonna double. Big double. Good timing there onto the back of the 50 TP. You gotta be really careful with these peaks though. It's not something you want to do too frequently. I think I can even find maybe some gun depression from here. No, I can't. I really do not have the gun depression. I want to go back to my original position now, because as you can see, the Alpine Tiger has decided that it's his moment to be a hero. Projector is the easier shot at this moment in time. I want to reload my second shell here. I'm sorry, 703. Forgive me, please. Lower plate of the lava. Was a beautiful pen, actually. No clue where it hit, but you know, no clue where it penned even. But we'll take it. So we have 2k damage here. We're pretty chilling at this moment in time. We're gonna double for the huge. No, his upper hull still solid, actually. Got baited into shooting his hull. The second one penning though. Now, when we fire both our shells, we just want to shoot on reload, because otherwise we're wasting time that could have been spent reloading. This thing is not something we're going to reliably pen, because it's an Italian TD, and Italian TDs are fun. I'm playing slightly further back here in the hopes that I can get the Lorraine to leave the hole. Okay, it goes through it, we'll take it. It doesn't look like the Lorraine wants to leave the hole though. He is kind of peeking. That one goes low, which is okay. Gotta be careful from the 5100 in our side though. He fancies a peek. Might actually peek him ourselves though. Again, I'm not over peeking. We don't over peek here, but we do have the issue that we're probably losing the outside. And I really do want this Lorraine to feel like he can leave the hole and push forward. 5100 again. Not really going to be able to peek him. Not really able to peek the TS5 either. Again, we don't overpeek here because it's just a bad decision. Might spend my 2 shells and try to pen this guy though. Lava has the same thing as every German tank does, which is the gun ring which you can actually go through and pen. Right, they hit the lower plate there of the guy. It went low anyways. It's kind of nothing to do about it. Our team is winning the offside though, actually, which I didn't think they would. Again, aiming for the gun, trying to pen it. Not working out. It would be beautiful if the Lorraine actually tried to leave the hole. Don't think he wants to though. He might even be going back. This is a double opportunity if I've ever seen it. Like I said, in general, you don't want to... We didn't win the offside, but in general, you do not want to double. You don't want to double. It's not very reliable. It's a bad habit to have, and it's one I have too. But it doesn't really work out in general. I'm thinking about pushing the Udes though. He's a one shot on the camp, but somebody needs to hold the north. Which happens to be me in this scenario. Gotta be careful not to trade against those guys. I'm kind of controlling all of their tanks in this scenario. One should only max one. Again, I don't want to give them an opportunity to pen me. I want the Lorraine to leave the hole. That is what I'm looking for or aiming for. But I can't leave this either. I could check if one of their TDs is feeling frisky though, and is attempting a... What do you say? It's leave the balcony. The TS5 does that though. It's a good pen to start off with. Brass are behind me. Which is really an issue for me. I actually have to run away from this if I want to do anything, because we are hardcore losing right now. I could push the Progetto and the Udes on the cap. We are losing the north. There's nothing I can do to stop this, but what I can do is I can push the Progetto, I can push the Udes, and when I do this, that was a wasted shot. I need to ram him so I can two-shot him. I am throwing. I am very much throwing. Please don't set me on fire, that would be the worst thing ever. Again, I still wanna... My issue's coming. That was greedy by me, but I got a 4.5 out of this. It's not winnable though. But what I did there was the most reliable play I could have done. I did mess up by not ramming the... Progetto. I made it so he wasn't a two-shot for me. If I got a full ram on him, I would be able to two-shot him pretty effectively. And now we're just kind of by ourselves here, trying to do the best that we can. Not sure how all my teammates died. I'm afraid of peeking this with my ass because of the fact that I have damaged fuel tanks. Got a good shot there. Lorraine's coming in. There's no opportunity for more. I just want to get a full damaging shot. I don't get the full damaging shot. Only real misplay there was against the Progetto that I didn't ram him. Equipment setup, I used HP turbo stabs. Second setup, I usually on this kind of tanks use HP vents and stabs. I don't have it equipped on this because I don't feel like I need it. For field mods, you can take the left one, although you don't really need it on this tank. Remember, you can still get tracked in one shot even with hardening. Aiming circle size, extra view range, and then to finish it off, it is the +4 forward speed. This doesn't... Don't double, don't waste shells, don't shoot your second shot unless you have to. Okay, steps, double 80, tier 8, tier 9, tier 10. Danger is here, Chieftain. Major danger. Major danger is the Chieftain. Hard tank for me to play against. A hard tank for me to kill as well. It is always dangerous to play a Chieftain. Against a Chieftain, we got an S-Conk. In general, on steps, I don't like defending bomb through line. I would consider it if I was in a top tier tank and there was only maybe like one IRD, but against two IRDs, I feel like you just get blasted on this F1 corner. So I'm going to be going 9-0 line because I might meet a tank like a Strangler that decides to fight over there. I even have the STB coming with me. They have a TVP, not really likely to commit there. But yeah, this tank is just all around really good, really solid. Very little drawbacks to it. Fun to play. Decent alpha as well with the 390. Good shell speed, even on the AP. Good shell speed as well. Pen, of course, a bit of an issue here for this tank. Charioteer getting spotted out though. Might snap on towards his direction. Oh, we do pick it up. 382. Good start. Good first shot there. Bit of an issue. Again, we have nobody playing behind the rock though. I have nobody playing behind the rock whatsoever. My 50p is doing a good thing. He's knocking over the trees to spots. Thought the SCI would commit for there for a second. We decided against it. The STB will be keeping their TDs in the back on us. If they shoot, I think he will shoot them. I am tempted to push up, but I know that in general it's not really a good play. Since our Predator is going though, I'm gonna be going with this man. He's taking all the shots from me, so I don't see why not. I do get stunned. I take one from the STI. Chieftain shoots on the Predator again. But I think normally we have overwhelming numbers on this side to the point where we should be playing aggressive. The Chieftain just fired. I have a few seconds before he comes off of reloads. Gonna give him one. Give him one a low plate. He might overpeak to try and shoot me, which then baits him into my teammates. I have time to wait for my next shot to load and then tap him again. I know that I could shoot the STI here, but I decide against it because I want to focus my efforts on the Chieftain. The Chieftain is the most dangerous tank here. And yes, you could say that I'm doing a reward tank focus. But he's just the most dangerous tank in this scenario, so I have to take him out. I think, you know, I won't YOLO Chieftain players on purpose, but I will realize that when I shot 30, very cool. That in a lot of scenarios, I just have to be the. I know that I have to do the damage to him, and I pick him up even as well. Missing out on like 700 damage because of 261 though, which is never fun. When you play this here, you knock over this 3. You can outspot the tank sitting at the base. Whereas this tank doesn't have great view range, but might even spot the Pantera with a bit of luck. Look over the 3. Look over the 3 to give you some camo. You know the Pantera was next to the rock there, and he's still next to the rock. So we pick him up for this. Pretty clean kill. Now the 50 is getting spotted. I would like to shoot him. There's many people that would like to shoot him though. I'm not gonna double this. I do get a shot against him, a good shot even. DVP is now falling back fully. I'm gonna see if I can get a shot on him. I'm not gonna wait for my second shell here because I'm not sure that I can. I probably but I wasn't sure about it. And this is the point in the battle where you need to be a smart player. And just go back to base. The damage is in your own base. Pushing through zero line almost never yields significant returns, especially because the TVP is a one shot. The E50 is probably already far away from it as well. And when you go back, you could also push like this though, which is another possibility, which is actually maybe the one I'm gonna be going for. But I feel like the majority of their tanks is now playing towards the north, which is really what I want to go for. I'm gonna have 2.5k here, if not for the. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Just for you guys watching on YouTube, right? This is for all of you. Alright, there you go. I doubled. Like I said, the doubling in general is a mistake. It's not because I hit a few doubles that all of a sudden doubling is a reliable thing that you should be doing very often in your battles. Unbind the double key. It's gonna work out much more for you than if you're trying to hit these doubles. Unbind it. Don't use it. It's not because... listen to what I'm saying, not what I'm doing. Okay? When I'm telling you to unbind it. Trust me. It's not because I'm gonna double on Emil 2 here that is a good play, okay? You see what I mean? That's exactly why we don't double. Okay? Both shells go high into the turn. Now I get 0 instead of possibly getting something. And who is there to blame? Yes, me, myself, and I. That's who is to blame. Because I am greedy. Emil 2 is trying to angle towards me though. He does achieve it. Could have maybe tried to hit the snap there. I have HP to trade though, so even if I take one from the Conqueror, don't really care. Got an impression a bit sucky here. Okay, one more, just to remind ourselves so we don't do it. Okay, you know what? It's not because we hit the double there that all of a sudden doubles is a reliable play. Okay, I'm telling you, listen to me, listen to my voice, unbind the double key. Take the shot against him and take the one extra shot against the VK, and that gives us basically 5k damage. The RD is here as well. We have plenty of HP. Quick lower plate on the move. The Skoda will finish him. Push towards the RD for the potential one more if he decides to cross over, which he probably will not. 4.9, again a good result here. Could have been more if the 261 didn't track us when we were going for the Chieftain. I think the target selection there was fine. Wanted to scare off the Chieftain so he doesn't peek. My teammates, I did that, give him a few good shots. But you can see why in general going 9-0 line is not a good play. If the Chieftain went 1-2 line here, it would have been a lot harder for our team. Big shout out to the Projector 46, by the way, who decided to be like an actual meatball, push in and take the damage. Big shout out, homie. That was crazy. I would have not done it myself, actually, because I would take 2 from the chieftain driving up RD as well. You could die for it, but when somebody else in the team is doing it, you gotta go with the flow. Gotta utilize it to your own advantage. He won't have done anything in this game, but he'll have made some very crucial game-winning plays, as we like to call them, for the team. And yeah, just a good battle again. Just a solid game coming out on this tank. Alright, let's see what we can do in the last game here. We got 2 5Ks. Let's see if the last one is also going to be delivering for us today. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the YouTube videos. We're uploading quite frequently now. We're trying our best to make it daily or every second day at least. I think we got some highlights coming up at some point as well. I think CSN E3, I'm going to try to make a highlight of it when I 5K to E3 recently. Or recovered the DP3 to 5K. And we marked the CS recently as well with 5.1, which was a gamer sessions, actually. Don't know how we did it, but gamer session. But let's focus back on the IS-3-2. So far, 2 banger games. Let's see if the third one is also going to be delivering. But yeah, in general, the sad thing is the tank that it leads to. But if you have nothing else to grind, you want a tank that's actually fun to play and just overall pretty good. The IS-3-2 is your go-to at that point. I mean, it really is just solid ammo. We get Overlord, not a fan of Overlord, but it's okay because it's the rated 9, which means we actually do have a shot and delivering here. So their tier 9s are really not scary at all. I mean, they have a Tortoise, which is kind of hard to play properly on Overlord. They're only 5, again, probably not a major threat on this map either. And the 777, not really a threat. The TNH is the biggest threat here because he actually has a good tank for this map to play this area here. We in general play 4-line on this map because I don't feel like anything else is really consistent or reliable. We definitely don't go beach because beach is awful. If you go beach, then you need a holiday. And go to a beach, not go to the beach on Overlord. The beach never really delivering anything ammo. But yeah, we drive towards the 4-line here. We don't have a lot of gun depression, but luckily enough, you don't need a lot of gun depression to play the 4-line, which is the advantage you have in playing that position, is that you don't need a lot of gun depression, and that's good for you. We go up here, we peek, we check if somebody's crossing on the 6 line. And if there is, then we tap him, might even double him. But like I said, in general, do not double. Cobra spotted in the middle, T243, not really tanks we can get a shot on. Doesn't look like anything's going to be shootable for us here. Don't peek like the TNH is doing, expose yourself to the very far back. Cobra is coming though. We aim here. Actually a big traction on the Cobra. He has heat loaded. Don't connect a second. It's pretty greedy. I don't understand Cobra players that load heat, by the way. Like, I swear, I can't be the only person that doesn't understand why Cobra players even bother loading heat when you have that hash. It should be like the main ammo really used on this thing. I'll never understand it. Like, honest to God, I will not understand Cobra players and their thought process. And a nice shot on the side of the Skoda T56 there. Punish him for his greed. Gotta be careful when you're playing the Skoda and peeking this. You can indeed get punished from where I am. The TNH is doing some interesting thing, but we're missing the Tortoise, we're missing the T95. They could be sniping, they could also be on the lower side behind the TNH. It's kind of info we don't have, and we play off of info that is available. And now we're just hoping for another, well, less optimal peak from one of those guys. Be careful when playing against RD here too. If he moves over, he has a pretty decent shot against you. So be careful from the Cobra deciding that this is his moment. Well, Cobra did decide this is his moment. Sadly enough, our injury did not favor us. He might peek now though when he sees us peek like this. I don't think we were still spotted. Come on, do it again. Come on, Cobra. You know you want to. Make the peek. No? I don't think he wants to. I'm really trying to think about where their T95 could be this week though, man. I kind of like it. Let me give it my own twist to it though. Which is actually called crossing over to the hold on. This is my twist. It's a small gun TNH. So I cross over here. The reason why is because this position gives you pretty good shots on the side of those guys. I also have some cover on the lower side so the TNH can't really do what he's doing. Punish the TNH. Finish the TNH. Although arguably the Skoda is the bigger threat because he has the big gun. He's gonna be backing off. We should be able to finish him too. The Cobra is shootable by us though. I don't think he sees us either. So we reverse. We give him the shot on the Cobra. Very good stuff there. I am beyond words trying to figure out where their 25 and Turtles is. Well, we have one shot now. The 50 TP prototype is 1.1. We'll go load our second shot and then we'll double tap him because that's what we do. We're gonna be angling down here, aiming for his engine. In this scenario, it is fine to double if you really want to. This Turtles position is less than optimal, I would say. I don't know how else to put it. It's awful. I am really sorry, it's awful. And just because I love you guys, oh, I can't push them off. I was gonna push them off. Let the projector. No, I got him. Okay, so the Turtles is in an awful position. He is kind of preventing us from farming, though. We could try and snipe his Cupola once. Only once, though. He's not really the tank that we want to be paying attention to now. Uzbekistan towards. We want him to show his side armor, though. I don't want to shoot this even whatsoever. I'll teach you something, hopefully. A way to drop off from here is through this here, as far as I remember. It is fine, it's all fine. This is a way to drop off from this. That you may not know about. It's a mistake though, because the Turtle is gonna farm us for this. I have a T-44 coming though. It's okay, we double this. I did say unbind the double key, and I'm not listening to my own advice, but since I am the teacher, you have to listen to me. What I say goes. Don't double most of the time. We can push up to the Turtles now. We want to be close range here to get our last 2 shots against him. It would be really cool if we could get 1, maybe 2 more, push us towards 5k. To have a, banger end game here. So Cupola. Get the first one, the second one would just be a blessing. Peek slightly more, fully aim. Get the second, he gets 1 shot of us first as well. 5k, well, 5.2, 4.9, 5k. Solid IS-3 2 session, solid games. Again, as with every YouTube video, I hope this really helps you. Gives you some insight into my thought process, the things I do, why I do them, what I think about a tank, some positions that you may or may not use in your games as well. And hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be seeing you guys all again December 1st on stream. But for now, that is going to be it from me. Thank you for watching, and see you guys all in the very next one. Peace.